So you looked at the title of the video and you're wondering, how does Looksmaxxing really benefit my life all that much? Just stick around and you'll probably want to Looksmaxx yourself. If you want to know why Looksmaxxing will improve your life drastically, listen up. Listen, us as men in general, we always want to try to appear the best looking we can. We know that it grants us extra respect, extra praise, just overall attention. And I know you type of people, you're the type that, when you walk in a room, you want people looking, you want people, just nodding, whatever. You don't want to walk in a room and you're a fucking ghost. Looks play into business and just money making and just opportunity in general. The better you look on camera, especially when promoting a fitness channel or fitness coaching, whatever, the better you look, not just face, card, or physique, the better you look, the more sales you'll get, because people will see your product, they'll see what you look like, and they'll be like, huh, this guy looks freaking fantastic. He probably uses product and it helped him. Let me go try it. And then this is where it generates the sales. If you were a fucking fat slob trying to promote fitness and making these fitness educational videos and stuff, because I got that vein, people know. But when you're a fat slob and you're trying to make content, why the fuck would anyone take you seriously? Why would anyone want to get coaching from you, pay for any of your services? You look like shit. It doesn't even look like you've touched a dumbbell yourself. So this is the appeal to authority thing. If you're the authority figure and you've done something and it's visible that you've done it, especially building physique, more people will respect that and be drawn towards you. That's just how it is. Now, that was kind of like the fitness physique setting, but now with the face card, I kind of argue that face is more important than physique in a lot of ways, because I see in my school, this is an example from my school, I see the skinniest kids, right, with barely any muscle. They do sports, they're popular and whatnot, but because their face is like, it works and it just looks good and shit, they will attract women and they'll get more attention and whatnot, especially if they're tall as well. You could be this, hunky-dory guy with some muscle, but if your face is just very average, if you're a, low-tier normie, or if you're even just a normie level, you're kind of just going to be blending in with everyone else. And especially if you wear clothes that hide your physique, it just won't work the same as someone with a great face card. Because, with physique, especially when you're wearing shirts, and if you're in a cold area for most of the year, you're wearing a lot of layers, people aren't going to really see much of your body. And if you're wearing a t-shirt, just your arms. But with the face, that is visible 24/7. So that's why it matters way more with the face than anything. But the unfortunate part of the face versus the body is that it's way more genetic based. Now, I know with physique, genetics play a big factor in your stealing of gains and whatnot, but anyone that puts enough effort in training will get a decent physique. Even if it's narrow clavicles or fucking a big gap in the chest or fucking small shoulders or pencil neck, whatever, even with all those flaws, if you just build the muscle mass itself, then a lot of those lacking areas will be compensated for. It will be made up for. So, there's no excuse not to build a physique, right? We've heard it a lot of time, the AAA physique, aesthetic, attractive, athletic, whatever. There's no excuse not to build one. But if you can build that in the face, you will be unstoppable. Face is all genetics though, because the face you have is the face you have. Now, I know there's a lot of, Softmaxxes and Hardmaxxes in order to upgrade the face, but Hardmaxxes are pretty rare for most people to be able to do, because you need a lot of money for surgery, implants, transplants, whatever. But at least the least you could do is do the Softmaxxes, the basic stuff that will probably take you most of the way when it comes to upgrading your face. Softmaxxes include losing just weight in general. If you're fucking fat as hell, you're gonna have a bloated face. No wonder you're gonna look like shit. Your face is bloated. You have so much body fat on you that nothing, no hollow cheeks, no jawline, none of that is gonna fucking appear to show, because all the fat's covering it. So the first thing and the most important thing is just losing that fucking weight. The obesity rates are skyrocketing. Here's a study right here showing the rise in obesity rates. Before, C19, that thing, they were already fat sloths, but now after, this even more. So the more you, upgrade your face and body, the more you'll stand out, because the competition is really just going down. The bar is getting lower and lower. So if you can just lose weight, that'd be great. Other Softmaxxes that are not as, big of a thing can include basic grooming, like having a hair better, like maybe growing it out or cutting it because it's too long, having your eyebrows be not super fucking slim and barely existing, having, maybe some facial hair because you look weird without it, or maybe it's the opposite, maybe you don't look that great with facial hair, so you keep it bare, and just, maybe just trying different things. Maybe if your eyes are red a lot, make them whiter, put some eye drops in to make your eyes more striking. Anything to kind of just, or even, I know you might think it's gay, but maybe if you have a lot of like color correction problems with your skin, maybe use certain makeup products in a masculine way, of course, by not doing too much, maybe like a concealer and some, to just kind of even out the skin tones, and just Softmaxx things that are, not as really noticeable like an implant, but stuff that can just add up over time. Little Softmaxxes add up over time to create better, results. I mean, you might think Softmaxxes are a waste, but they're not. They're way easier than Hardmaxxes because Hardmaxxes require so much money and stuff. So everyone has to start off with Softmaxxes. So you might as well start off with that and really build yourself up in the cheapest way you can, and just trying to get the best bang for your buck. Why men get obsessed with all this Looksmaxxing shit is that us men, we were literally made to, mate and make women reproduce. Us men that are straight at least need to have some socialization with the opposite sex. That's how we have a healthy life. A lot of men, they go years without any sort of, action or any sort of socialization with a woman. That's just an unhealthy situation because you're a man. You're a fucking man. You're not supposed to be a hermit, just sitting in your dorm, just doing nothing, just going out with your bum ass friends that just do this on the beanbag and just, oh, what's the next show to watch? Like, no, you're a healthy male, and especially if you're in your 20s, you're in your prime years. So it's important to just get all that experience with women out of the way, enjoy just kind of like relationships and just learn because, a lot of people think relationships are bad, but if you can find the right one, they can really complement your life. The woman can really complement your life and just make it way more enjoyable and even make it easier because they can do certain tasks and you can do certain tasks as a man. That way, just things get done and everything's nice and healthy of a relationship. And to get the woman, you gotta look better. The worse you look, the lower chances you'll have of finding a woman. If you're a sub 5, sub 3, how are you supposed to get a woman on a regular basis, right? How are you supposed to get any sort of signs or just any attraction from women? They're not gonna look your way. They're gonna literally act like you don't exist. And whether you like it or not, that will ruin your confidence as a man. If you walk by all these girls, or if you try to get attention from girls and you look like shit, the fact of them not looking at you, that's gonna break your ego and shatter a lot of shit. But if you actually look decent enough, then women will start to come and you can have more opportunities. The more people you can network with that are, have ambition and whatnot, the more opportunity you'll have to just grow as a person, maybe even grow your business. Doing a business alone is never going to get anywhere. You need some assistance if you can to speed up the process of building a business, to learn from the mistakes of those, or to just kind of gain insight. Now, I know Clavicular really popularized this Looksmaxxing thing, but it wasn't just now that it started. It started like a few years back, I think in like 2022. 2023, it gained more popularity for sure because self-improvement in general was just rising in popularity. You had like Lance Baker with his hair, you had Sanzia, you had these red pill YouTube channels getting into that a little bit instead of just talking about women or, money or something. So then 2024 is just gradual, but then this year it really broke through. Now we got Clavicular and all these guys promoting Looksmaxxing. I was always trying to not look like an ugly piece of shit, and I was ugly for a while, but they really woke me up in just trying to look the best you can because as I said earlier, it just makes your life better for many reasons, as I explained throughout the video. But I'm trying to do that right now, and I've already made some results. I have used a secret hack in order to gain this beard and to just look a little more manly and masculine. If you want to find out how, I have a video coming up, the next video coming up, where I explain how I even got this beard that you didn't see in the early shorts of my YouTube channel, like in the summer. I'll explain how I got that in that next video. You just gotta stay tuned and find out. Now, that's basically all I have to say for the video here on why Looksmaxxing will improve your life and what you can do right now. Don't forget to drop a like though, or subscribe for no horseshit ass backwards fitness and self-improvement content. Just remember to level up in real life and not the video game. And if you want extra help, I have a free Google Doc in the pinned comments and description with all this stuff in a form so you can read it instead of having to listen to all of it, and so that you can keep track and remember it and store it for later. It also has bonus tips and stuff I haven't even said in this video that will help you out really crazily. Don't forget. Now go Looksmaxx with me. Let's go.